Hello everyone, Kovacs here, and Rogue Legacy New Game Plus 7. I recently just put a video up, probably a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, about Rogue Legacy New Game Plus 2, and it was pretty interesting. I had to say I was kind of surprised of how hard it felt at the time, but little did I know that there are, I guess, little tricks or you can adapt to it fairly easy and jump up to New Game Plus 7 fairly quick. Right now this is just a barbarian that I guess the last time I played I was playing as to get money or something to grind up. I don't really remember exactly what I was doing, but I was going to show off. This is pretty much my process of getting through a New Game Plus the quickest way that I know of. And that is to just sacrifice characters by unlocking as much of the dungeon in one run through as possible without worrying about getting gold or killing the enemies or anything like that. It's just pretty much having this character go in and just playing until it dies, not really doing much after that. And then after that character dies, you just lock up the castle and make sure you remember to keep locking it up, just so you don't lose all the progress that you have. And then eventually when you get all the dungeons unlocked, which I have no clue what I'm doing there, I guess I jumped around for a few, no clue why I didn't get the health either, so I guess I wasn't really thinking too much about it. But once you get everything unlocked and you find out where everything is, you can pick whatever character you want. Maybe you can get a lucky draw and get an assassin that can do like the heavy crits, which that's my favorite character to use in this game, so I always end up using it just for the fact that it can stealth and avoid all damage as long as you have mana. And since everything's maxed out on mine, mana is really no problem. But as you can see, it's all unlocked, so now I can just teleport anywhere I want and get all the bosses down as fast as I possibly can. It might take a couple times to do a certain boss, which the blob boss, the one that's in the dungeon, that one's always the hardest. I don't know why it's the hardest, but it just is. I guess the fact that it's jumping around and each little blob can hit like a normal blob would hit. It's just a lot of damage going out if you're not careful. I did read some of the comments where they were saying that on bosses like this, if I was just I want to say like the Archmage or just a heavy magic user, and I have the sword ability that blocks enemies, the incoming attacks and stuff like that, I could just spam it into the middle of the eye or into the eye and it would kill them crazy quick, which makes sense. But as I was playing through this for like an hour or so, I never came across one of those abilities besides the first character I had, which was the Barbarian, and I sacrificed that character to unlock all these. But other than that, I beat the game pretty much within an hour, and that includes finding all the bosses. And it just, I don't know, I was really hoping that the higher New Game Plus stuff that you actually hit would be a little bit harder than what I was expecting. I was expecting like in Terraria, when you beat all the bosses and you beat that final boss, which I can't remember his name, is at the bottom, you unlock like the hell mode or hardcore mode or whatever I want to call it, and it gets really just ridiculously hard at first, and then eventually you'll get your gear up and you can sit there and grind it out. But this one's just like the bosses hit harder and that's about it. Their abilities stay exactly the same. Nothing really changes besides they hit harder, and it's kind of a letdown. I'm up to the new game just +8, and I think that's just where I'm gonna keep it for a while. Maybe they'll do an update. You know, with games nowadays, it is possible for them to be like, we'll just throw a patch out for it or something like that, because a lot of games do that, like Minecraft. When something's, you know, buggy or going on, Minecraft always goes, you know what, we'll just patch it, that's it, we'll just add more stuff to it. So it is possible that they could potentially add more stuff to the game, and as you can see here, I'm starting to actually use my ability. It's been so long since I played that I just kind of forgot what the buttons were. I've been playing too much of I think it was like Ace Origins, the YS Origins, which I think is East Origins, and the control scheme is completely backwards compared to this one, and that's why you'll see me like randomly use like a magic ability, or instead of jumping I attack, just because the controls are so just backwards. But 2 bosses down. I got a little bit of buffs out of those every time you defeat a boss, or even the crates that you get that you can unlock doing like the kill all enemies on screen, or kill whatever enemy that's hidden behind the wall, or just find a hidden area. They drop, if you have all the gear, they drop just a bonus for like your attack damage and stuff like that. So my attack damage is still the really good. It's the 855 for a crit, and I'm in all Slayer gear, I still believe. I didn't finish getting all of the I think it's the dark armor. I didn't finish getting all that armor. That's the only achievement I didn't get in this game so far, as collecting all the armor, just for the simple fact that once you hit with like the new game plus anything over probably like 5 or 6, it's kind of annoying and difficult to sit there and just try to like grind out the dungeons and get your gear to try to figure it out. I guess you could sit there and downgrade the enemies by just putting all those enchants on that lower their levels, but that doesn't really seem, I don't know, it doesn't really seem worth it. But I guess if you have everything and you're just missing that one piece of armor and you just still want to like explore the castle and try to find it, then maybe. But I don't really like giving up the double jump or triple jump or the double dash, because I think those are really key abilities in this game. But I actually did this boss fairly well compared to my previous attempts. Once I started like figuring the controllers out again and understanding that I need to use my abilities more often, it actually was fairly simple. I think this fight took me around 10 characters to actually get through, and mainly because I kept getting stupid shit, like my magic pool would be switched with my health pool, so I would have just a lower amount of health, but I don't even know how that really works. I know it just swaps it, but I think my health was lower and my magic was higher because my health pool switched when I was the assassin. Other stuff where I was like, I don't know, farsighted, I had vertigo. I'm just like, really, you're just gonna give me all these right now? Jeez. But as you can see, got it done. I actually, like I said, did fairly good. I kept quite a bit of health out of that one. Sadly to say that I don't believe this character survived the next encounter. I think I didn't get enough health, but let's see. Actually, no, I did survive this encounter, and it was a stroke of luck because this guy actually kills me, and I have it right here. But there's an ability that's called Defy Death, and what happened was I just came back to life and I ended up kicking his ass. But these bosses are kind of like too, because this boss is actually pretty hard the first couple times you fight him. You're like, oh, okay, this is pretty hard. But once you start getting like the damage up, and you just understand that he's going to do only a couple abilities at a time. He has that ability, the sword shield ability, and the dagger throw, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, they don't change anything with the characters. Even the final boss, which is the fountain, didn't really get anything new. But yeah, as you can see, I'm like, yes, defy death, defying, woot. So I get past that, which was really lucky because I didn't really want to run through that again. I was like, no, okay, me playing the lottery of if I can actually get a character I want, it would have been just a pain in the ass. So final boss. This boss, like I said, it's pretty much same mechanics. They add one new ability, I think in like New Game Plus 3 or something like that to this boss, and that's the ability that the swords come sideways across the map instead of from the ground, which I know I could have just said horizontal or vertical. But I'm pretty sure I would have just fucked it up. I'm really tired, so I'm just trying to finish this up, just do some commentary on it, and just be done with it, because I think I put about 30 hours into this game after after this attempt. So I thought this game was well worth the $14.99 that I paid for it. It is a really good game. I wouldn't really skimp over it just because, you know, it doesn't get any more difficult later on in the game. Like, yes, the enemies hit harder. You're gonna probably die a lot. I think I went through 227 characters in the game, but that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I just wanted to show off the new game plus 7 bosses level 507 and just have it done with, because this game is really good no matter how far you get into it. My goal was to try to get to new game plus 10 just to see, but I don't know if I'm going to sit there and do that. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.